Welcome back to Evan's Repairs and Creations, where today we'll be working on my dad's 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Alright, I've only featured this car in, I believe, one short where I showed how rusty the gas tank was, but I want to put a video out on it. So yeah, I'll do a walk around real quick and show you guys the gist of it. Okay, so the story on this car is that it was my grandfather's car, and he drove it quite a bit. He did a lot of stuff with it, and then about 10-ish years ago, his health started to decline, and so he put it in this big Morton building, and it was more of a barn than a I don't know, building, because it had a dirt floor, and anyways, it's pretty dirty in there, and here it sat for like 10 years, and the interior was all dirty because someone left the door open in that Morton building for a couple years, and so there was a bunch of cat and mouse fecal matter, but they didn't really tear up the interior at all. Anyways, about a year or so ago, my dad and I pulled this out of the Morton building, put it on a trailer, took it back to this shop at his work, and here it sits. So yeah, I went through the interior and cleaned it all. I'll show you guys the interior in a bit when I have a light. But yeah, under the hood it has a 350 Chevy, and this motor here is a crate motor that only has allegedly about 500 miles on it, if that. Yeah. And when we pulled the car out, it had a different intake on it, no carburetor. So intake, I don't know, it was over here under all this plastic somewhere. Anyways, we put a different intake on it. I don't remember the exact type intake it is, but it's an Edelbrock intake. We got a big Quadrajet on it, brand new. Both are brand new. Quadrajets from Jet Performance Products or something. Then we also got a front disc brake kit, and we've already started doing work to it before I started the channel, which is kind of unfortunate because I would have liked to show me tearing apart all the drum brakes, but there's a million videos that you can find, and it's not that interesting. But we've already started to put the disc brake together. The disc brake is from Auto City Classic. It's in Minnesota. Got it on eBay. Yep. We haven't really actually assembled anything yet with it. We've just kind of test fitted everything. But yeah, we haven't really put much on down here either. This is just our caliper bracket. I've just cleaned everything up. It's all ready to go together, but the purpose of today's video is really to get the gas tank on. So let's finish doing the walk around, and then I'll get to the business of putting the gas tank in. Okay, so here's the interior. It's pretty nice in here. The interior was redone in the 80s, I believe. These seats are like out of a Mustang or something, because originally it would have had a what's it called? I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Seat that went all the way across. Geez, why can't I remember this? Anyways, it also has a 4-speed manual now with a Hurst shifter. It was originally a 2-speed power glide on the column. That does no longer exist. Because you can see our original park, neutral, drive, low, reverse. This is a instrument cable. We've got an aftermarket RPM gauge here. If we close our glove box, we got aftermarket gauges down there. No radio, but we might be working on getting a new one. Got the fuzzy dice, of course. Otherwise, the interior looks pretty nice. Here's the box for the carburetor that it came in. I spent hours cleaning this interior to make it look this nice, because it did not look this nice when the car came in. I have pictures that I'll show up in like the corner or something, because it was nasty in here. It was absolutely gross. So yeah, and I spent hours shampooing and vacuuming and stuff, but now it looks nice, so that's good. Car itself needs a wash, but for tires, we got Goodrich radial TAs. I don't remember the sizes off the top of my head either. They're like 215, 70, 15s for the front or something. I don't know. I'll put it in the description for what the tire size we got. But yeah, let's dig into the fuel tank. Okay, so here's our fuel tank. We got this from Jegs, along with our fuel tank straps from Jegs. We're reusing the original filler neck because it looks good on the inside. So yeah. And I forgot to mention that we got Classic Performance Products sent us, well, we ordered front steering kit. So this is all of our steering parts to redo the steering. So that's good. So yeah, let's get this installed and I'll meet you in the back of the car. All right, we've got all our parts back here in the back of the car. I'm ready to install them. Also, I forgot to mention that this car is like super straight, like not a speck of rust anywhere. Yeah, it's like really straight. So anyways, let's get this installed. I'm gonna crawl into the car and set up the camera tripod, so yeah, let's do this. All right, so under the car here now, I did go ahead a couple days ago and already do rust reformer all over under here. So we're ready to go. Let's just get the tank under here. I'm probably gonna put the camera in fast motion because it's gonna take me a while, but yeah, here we go. All right, our fuel tank is all installed. Everything looks good with that. Off camera, I went ahead and installed our filler neck here and whatever this guy is. It's like a vent tube for the gas tank. That's all tightened up and ready to go. I also installed the hard line that goes to the fuel sending unit. That's around the back of the tank, and the wire that's for the gas gauge. But I'm not going to show that because I don't want to crawl up back underneath there, but that's back in there. But everything looks good. Gas tank's in there tight, and everything's ready to go. So let's go get some gas and put some gas in it and see if we can prime the fuel line. All right, got some gas. Let's put the gas in it. It's kind of a tight squeeze back here. It's going in. See? All right, now that we got gas in it, we're going to prime it by turning it over until we get fuel up here, because I flushed out the lines. Okay, so after turning it over for a little bit, we've got fuel in the bottom of the jug, so I'm gonna go ahead, put our new Wix fuel filter on, and we'll hook it up and crank it over and see if it'll fire. All right, we have everything hooked up in here. New Wix fuel filter's on. Fuel hose is hooked up. I'm gonna have Dad crank it over and hey, we have a fuel leak. All right, fuel leak's fixed. Let's hit it. Yeah. Do it again. Oh. Here, hold on. Let me move around and give it some throttle. Just a little bit. All right. I think our timing's off a little bit. Try it again. Yeah, our timing's way off. We'll have to adjust that. All right, I adjusted the timing a little bit. We're ready to try to fire it up again and see if it'll run any better. Ready? Yep. All right, try it again. I think it liked it right about there. Try it again, yeah. Try it again. I went too far. I retarded it too far.
Doesn't sound like it's running real smooth.
It's probably the carburetor.
Probably just change all spark plugs and stuff too.
Yeah. All right. Well, try to fire it up again. I want to get an exhaust shot to see what the exhaust sounds like.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we had oil pressure. It's the far gauge on the right.
All right, ready?
Yep. Oh, try it again. well, the 57 runs, and that's a success in my book. So that's going to do it for today's video, because that's all I really have time for today. I have to get back and go to baseball practice. But yeah, it runs. It will drive. Just not right now because we don't have the front brakes sorted out yet. But we're going to do a future episode on getting the front brakes sorted out. And then she's roadworthy. So yeah, in a future episode, I hope to feature this late 50s Massey Ferguson MF50 tractor. Right now the engine's not locked up, but some part of the transmission's locked up. We'll have a future episode on that. But yeah, 57 runs good. The new carburetor seems to be doing great. Same with the intake, everything's good there. I might just adjust the idle up a little bit, but yeah, the exhaust sounds great too. So it's awesome. Fires right up too. Fires right up, and yeah. Well, I'll see you on the next one. If you like my content, consider subscribing, hit that like button, and I'll see you later. Thanks.